Are the men okay? I don't think they are. They're in a society that hates them, at best doesn't appreciate them. And when anybody recognizes it in the media, it's basically just more criticism. You better straighten up. You better be masculine enough. You better be sensitive enough. Well, I'm tired of it. And more women are tired of it. So let's talk about it. Welcome back to Far From Eden. Two things will keep me sane as we read this article. One will be Lola. Wow, she jumped up as soon as I said that. I put treats by the pillow so we can see her and try to feed our souls a little bit. And by the way, if you like this content, you appreciate it, please hit the like button on your way in and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. To the regulars, hi, glad you're here. Appreciate you. Appreciate all of you. All right. Now, this woman, I like this particular TikTok because she is going to show you why a lot of women are sticking up for men now, helping be a voice for you guys, because nobody listens to you. No one listens to you. You know this. You already know this. But the women have made it so that they listen to us. So it's incumbent upon us. It's our responsibility, in my opinion, to shout from the rooftops the things that need to be said, things that need to be heard. And here's a reason why a lot of them are doing it.
You know, if it wasn't for my friend Chelsea posting about the month of June being Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, I wouldn't have even known about it. And guess what? It says a lot. Because men's mental health awareness is never talked about unless there's a tragedy or if someone's making a joke about it. And if you don't know, I'm Haley and I'm a boy mama and I have 3 brothers. I'm the only girl and I'm on a quest to bring awareness to all the struggles that men deal with on a daily basis that is overshadowed by today's modern feminism. And we as women expect men to protect, to provide, to lead. But the moment they show any signs of weakness, we label them toxic, we emasculate them, we make fun of them. And feminism will tell you that men are the problem. Meanwhile, this has created this whole system of children or fathers being alienated from their children, kids growing up without their fathers, and courts taking in favor of the women. Now let's talk about the home front for a moment, because most men, when they're out working all day providing for their family, they don't have a safe place to rest their head when they come home. The moment they walk through that door, it's nag, nag, nag. Here's the kids. Can you do this? Oh, you did this wrong. Oh, you're that. And constant nagging at someone just creates resentment and burnout. Like, who wants to come home to a nagging woman? Point blank, men are not punching bags for your emotions that you don't know how to regulate. Men are not ATM machines, and they certainly deserve the right to be a father to their children, not just a visitor, and you don't have that right to take that away from them.
Right.
So yes, men's mental health does deserve for it to be a movement, because if we talked more about men's mental health, maybe we'd have less broken homes and broken men.
Well said. Well said. And because she has sons and brothers, she understands. She doesn't want that to happen to them. I said years ago to men in a men's rights movement that I was a part of, I said, this isn't going to change until the women start saying it, when it starts affecting their sons, when it starts affecting those that they love. And sadly, it's because something has to affect us for us to notice it and to care. And I hate that that's true, but ignoring it doesn't change it. So that is why you see so many women, so many more women speaking up for men online. Now, are there grifters? Sure. I don't care if they're grifting. I don't care. Whatever gets the message out, it's fine, because we need to say it. Online men aren't okay, and they want women to know it. Yeah, what's wrong with that? Anyway, the trolling remarks aren't all bots. They're also men who are deeply unwell. That's why we had to watch that other TikTok first, because you will see a different approach here. Does anyone remember those Goofus and Gallant comics from back in the day? For those who are not in the know, Goofus and Gallant were kids' comic strips that you could find in the library, often in highlights for children. I would read them religiously because, hey, they taught me how to be a better kid. And reading Goofus's bad habits gave me ideas on how to annoy my parents. Well, that's not being a better kid, but, learn from Highlights magazine, I guess. Because, even back then, we were drifting away from the Christian ethics that made us a good society. Lately, I've noticed many real-life examples of Goofus and Gallant in my world. My best example of gallant, whatever, is my husband. He's a feminist, and he's respectful. He has plenty of female friends, and he is sweet. Sounds like he obeys, doesn't it? Sounds like he obeys. He's respectful. Most online trolls are the epitome of Goofus. They make a point of going out of their way to correct women. Bless you. Police women when they talk about their bad experiences with men and tell women they ain't it. So, excuse me, do you not see, not you guys, double standard? Women do this all the time. And it's fine. It's empowering. It's independent. It's us expressing ourselves. When men do it, oh, you're not okay and you're trolls. And you're reduced to some comic book character. For most of these men, their anger is palpable, yet only online. Once in a blue moon, you'll see a guy who is like this in real life. Surprise! He's most often single or on the verge of a blindside in quotation marks, divorce. Yeah, this is why the men are like this. They didn't start it. Y'all, we started it. We started this. What they're doing is a reaction to it. Is exactly what Home App talked about in the video I shared yesterday about they do something, or we do something, sorry, the women do something, and then the men react to it, and we say, oh, how dare you? But we did it first. The good men I know, they don't do this stuff. They go online, read things they like, give it a thumbs up, and tell off guys who troll women. They're in the gallants women like. They're the ones the women walk all over. Women don't want to be corrected. Women don't want to be accountable. Women don't want to face consequences. So, whichever men allow us to be that way are the respectful ones. And by the way, they're susceptible to blindside divorces too. While I can't stand these male chauvinist trolls, one thing about them becomes clear. Men online are not okay, and they want women to know it. The men who troll online women are not okay. Hurt people will hurt people. Yeah, exactly. Are you getting it? Studies show that men who partake in trolling and gender discrimination are men who often lose to women. It's their way of taking back the power they never had. I thought they had power. I thought y'all were the patriarchy and you had all this power and the women had to take it. Oh, now you never had it. Oh, now we always had it? Okay. Well, I mean, It is 1984 after all, and we can just change history. Of course, not all trolls have a typical loser profile. Some of them just straight up hate women for one reason or another. Oftentimes, it's because they have a lot of baggage dealing with women in their lives, but I digress. Yep, baggage like they've been pummeled left and right. Good time to watch another TikTok for our mental health. I never thought I'd say watch a TikTok for our mental health, but like I said, there are women out there making some sense.
So this is just something that's been on my mind. I was scrolling through social media this morning and I saw post after post after post talking about how great women are and how we have so many things on our plate and how we have 1,000 tabs open at all times and we take care of so many things, and just celebrating women and all the things that we do and deal with. And I think that's amazing. But I hardly ever see anything related to men, talking about the stresses that men deal with, the responsibilities that they have, and just celebrating them. And here's the thing about women: if we have a bad day, people are going to hear about it. Like, we will call up our best friends, we will talk to our spouse, we'll talk to our mom, like, we will get it out. Men don't talk about it. I can't tell you how many times I've come home to my husband and I'm like, hey, how was your day? And he's like, it was fine. I can see by his face that it wasn't fine. Men get quiet and they internalize that. And a lot of times, like a month
Give him a hug. Give him a hug and a kiss. Maybe she does.
later, he'll tell me about a situation that happened. And I'm like, why didn't you tell me about that sooner? And he was like, I didn't want to stress you. I didn't want you to worry. So we are really good at getting things out and talking about them when they happen. And men will internalize that stress. If nothing else, just check on your men. Make sure that they know that you recognize the sacrifices that they make every day and that you appreciate all that they do. Because I think sometimes that might just be all they need to hear, is that they are seen, they are heard, and appreciated.
Yeah, men want to know they are appreciated. When I learned this, I'm like, they ask for so little. You guys ask for so little. But the reason men don't say anything, I think, you guys let me know in the comments, is because they do shoulder everything. They do want to protect us from everything. And they don't want to be judged for being weak. And they also know that usually they're not heard. So why bother, right? Sorry, I thought that would cheer us up, but it didn't. You don't always have to assume that they're not okay. If you ask them, they occasionally will tell you that they're going through stuff. It's always a bit shocking to hear them say this, but it's been a phenomenon I've noticed. It's shocking to hear they're going through stuff. Men are people. Men are far more likely to invade women's spaces than the other way around. Boy Scouts? Like, that was just off the top of my head. All the time. Hey, is this boys only? We want to go. One thing I've noticed about male trolls is that they tend to go into online spaces meant for women. Women generally don't do this. You don't see women on Reddit, Redditor, whatever, the Red Pill, or similar boards. It's a gendered thing. Yeah, let men have their spaces. See, you're not even allowed to. Men used to watch football. Not that I don't think many of you are sports ball people. I'm definitely not, but men used to be the football guys, right? Used to be the guys. And the women all joined in, and now they're at the football parties and everything. And I'm sure the men are super happy about that. Get in the kitchen and make some dip. They don't do this because they want to learn about women. Rather, they want to make sure that all women know that not all men are bad and that they should rethink their attitudes. Okay, I got to stop pointing out the double standards. Y'all know them when you see them or when you hear them. When they want to intimidate and bully women, or they want to intimidate and bully women into silence. Abusers abuse because they want to get power and control. Their hunger for control is never ending. It's often a mirror of their insecurities. You want to talk about a mirror projection much? Simply put, trolls do not like women having their own spaces because women talk. Few things scare men more than women talking about them, and rightfully so. I don't think it scares them. Nice try. Wow. When women talk without men policing them, the many ways men gaslight women start being what? When women talk without men policing them, the many ways men gaslight women start being more noticeable. They lose control of the frame. The power they have over women gets lost. It's always a power struggle with us. Why is it always a power struggle with us? We always want your power. Trolling is also a way for online men to cry for help. Well, I don't think they're going to ask you for help. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The best way to deal with a troll is to block them, report them, and ignore them. Okay, I'll do that when the women come on this channel. Sounds like a good plan. The reason why is simple. Most trolls feed off engagement from women, even if it's negative. It's a lot like dealing with a neglected child. Children of neglect will often act out in bizarre, destructive ways. This is because that's often the only time they ever get attention. Excuse me, are you saying the child was hurt? So they react? Closer, you got a little warmer there. To them, bad attention is better than no attention at all. And if you look at it through that lens, most men you see online are screaming for attention at any cost necessary. No, they're screaming for us to stop. They're screaming finally to say, hey, body count matters. Hey, family matters. Hey, we're not okay with fetus deletus. We're not okay with that. And it's the women that don't like that the men are finally standing up for themselves. The women see that and they cry oppression. They cry, you're a troll. They say all this stuff. You're a narcissist, as Hometh says it's properly pronounced. And now they're the abusers because they stood up to one. They stood up to us. It's just what abusers do. This is female gaslighting, is what this whole article is. Male online trolls are emotionally unregulated men, often beyond self-repair. I think she was looking in the mirror when she wrote this. I really do. It takes a lot of energy to hate someone as much as male trolls hate women. It's like a second full-time job for them, assuming they have a full-time job. It's an obsession, a need for coercion. The best parallel I can think of is the ex who became unhinged after he got dumped. Men don't do that. Men don't do that. That's crazy ex-girlfriend stuff. There's no saying crazy ex-boyfriend. And there's a reason for that. Men don't do that. This is utter projection. And it's completely a complete lack of self-awareness. It's mind-boggling. They act the same way, ganging up on a woman, policing tones, playing the victim. And when that doesn't work, they opt for making her feel unsafe. I swear this is like a joke. This whole article is like a joke. Like, are we reading Babylon Bee right now? They are often radicalized by right-wing media, traumatized through both real and imagined issues they have with women, and also patent ignorance when it comes to their own needs. All right, I gotta show you another TikTok. Talk about ignorant to men are ignorant to their own needs. Let's see what we might be ignorant to.
I have a question for the men. The men, if you're a man, stick around. I don't even know why I was thinking about this, because I'm not going through heartbreak or anything right now, thank God. But I don't know, I just randomly thought about it. Anyways, do men grieve relationships or like go through heartbreak in the same way that women do? Meaning, like, are y'all on the shower floor bawling your eyes out? Are you driving in the car listening to sad country music and crying? Are you in bed, not able to get up for days, not eating, not sleeping? Are you guys like checking your phone over and over again to see if the girl texted you or unblocked you or like whatever the case may be? I've always wondered this because it seems like us women, and maybe it's just because I'm a woman, so it's more obvious to me, but us women, we grieve relationships heavily. Like, we're very emotional, obviously. And I've always just wondered, do guys behind the scenes grieve relationships the same way that we do? Like, just going through it, not able to eat, sleep, not wanting to do anything. Let me know. I'm just curious.
Yes, they may not be bawling on the floor of the shower, but men grieve relationships sometimes for the rest of their lives. And they feel, I think, even bigger hurt than we do. And I just wanted to show you an example of how we, generally speaking, until we actually start listening to you and paying attention, we don't have any idea that men have hearts. And that's one of the saddest things. Like, that girl, thank God she's asking the question, but the fact that she has to shows you a lot. Because I think that we all start off with preconceived notions, and women think that men don't feel as deeply as we do because we are very expressive outwardly about it. And I think men think that we know that they have hearts and that they love deeply and hurt deeply. And we don't, because of everything we're taught about you from the time we're little. Okay. They are often radicalized by right-wing media, right? We read that. These are not men who are going to find what they are looking for online. They know it. They're looking for peace. Men are looking for peace. And honey, you ain't it. The insecurity, anger, and hurt they feel can only be healed from within. No amount of submission from women will make these guys feel better. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true at all. But I do think they wouldn't trust it. And I think that's wise, because you got to be careful, because women are starting to listen. And some of us, because of that, are speaking out and advocating for you. And some of us are going, oh, they want to see a sundress. Oh, this is how I'm supposed to act. They're changing what the bait is. So I wouldn't trust it if you see a conservative girl who seems sweet and innocent. You gotta, if you're gonna proceed, you better vet her, vet her family, vet her childhood friends, find out from her third grade teacher, what kind of kid she was. That's what you gotta do. Find out what college she went to. Is it a party school? You gotta vet. Your life depends on it. It's not women's job to soothe men's fragile egos. Excuse me. Men don't have fragile egos, and yes, it is. Wives. Wives are supposed to soothe their husbands. Husbands go out into the world. They face horrible stresses and way more physical danger than women actually do. For men, every encounter is possibly physical danger, because women have this protected class with physical. I know that is controversial take. It's not what you see in the propaganda, but it's true. It's true. Male trolls don't seem to understand that women are not obligated to interact with them. They don't seem to understand that their problems are not external. Rather, they're internal issues that they need to address themselves. They're walking away. Bye. Do not try to heal these trolls. Do not give them the attention or validation they crave. Do not entertain them, debate them, or try to bother with them. Their cries for help are not best answered by women. I hate this woman. Trying to kowtow or bend your knee to a man who wants to control every woman around him is only going to hurt you and reward his bad behavior. What he's got going on in his brain is not fixable through women, so nothing you can do can fix it. Wow, she's really trying to tell the women. It seems like she is triggered by women like me. And like the women that we saw, not the last one, but the other. Interesting. What can these men do? Well, hurting women and trying to control them is not the answer. There is no such thing as a happy family with a wife who is controlled by her husband. There are very happy families where the wife is submissive to her husband. But nice try with your wording here, lady. There's no such thing as a happy wife who gives up her life to be a sidekick for her husband. Excuse me, it's called a helpmeet, and yes, all day long. You are probably 42 and never been married and no children. At the end of the day, most men want a partner whose eyes light up when they see him. My husband is always happy to see me, and his cats all come to the door and squeeze him when he comes back. From work upstairs. It's a huge thing for all of us at home. Reaching out to therapy, free men's support groups with a feminist lean, or even just taking a break from social media could help them. Until they acknowledge their issues and work through them, they are going to continue to suffer. Her name is Oceana Tepfenhart. That's who wrote this. She's a writer whose work has been featured in Yahoo, Brides, That's Scary, Your Daily Dish, New Theory Magazine, and others. Okay. And that was in Your Tango. She's a piece of work, isn't she? But they're mad. They're mad for two reasons. You're walking away. Some of us are speaking up for you. They hate it. They hate it. So what are they going to do? They're going to project and they're going to gaslight. And it was really trying to shame people like me and women on TikTok who are really, there's so many. I typed in TikTok today, men are not okay, because it was the beginning of that, it was the headline of that article. And I wanted to see, okay, what's on TikTok, right? Chick talk, it sounded bad. And I found the women who are standing up for the men, which is so refreshing. We need to keep it going. I'll say it again. We are the ones that have to stand up. And the thing that starts it is we love the men in our lives. That's what got me started. I do this because there are men in my family and other men that I know that have been verbally abused, physically abused, mentally broken down, had their kids alienated from them, had to fight in custody battles that they shouldn't have to. And seeing that, how can you not start blasting it out there? You love those men. I saw them in their hardest times. And some of them I didn't, and I listened to them, and nobody was there for them going through those times. There's a family member who I love dearly. He lives far away. I didn't know how difficult it was and how dark it got for him. And thank God I didn't lose him, if you know what I mean. No one was there for him at the time. friends no one was there for. My father had to bear it for 27 years. And I can remember all of that. And obviously I see it all in a different light now. And I can't not stand up. And I really respect this lady on TikTok because it seems like she can't not stand up either.
Fuck him, feed him, leave him alone. We got another message, and it's a long one, so give me a second. So I actually got a message from a woman. She makes her husband lunches. She works 10-hour days, okay? And she thinks, or she brings him the lunch, and he comes home and says, like, you know, the guys kind of tease him, like, oh, how cute, your wife made your lunch, whatever. And one guy says, you know, I never get my lunches made. His wife's a stay-at-home mom. Long story short, because she added so much into this, but we're just going to dive in because that's what I'm best at. This woman works 10-hour days. She cooks, she cleans, she does all the things, packs the lunches, takes care of him. The guy he works with's wife, who is a stay-at-home mom like me, doesn't pack lunches, doesn't cook, doesn't clean, doesn't take care of the kids, and has the balls to complain when she isn't getting catered to. But here's where women have it all fucked up. Oh, you married me, and now it's cheaper to keep me, right? That's what guys say in my comments, cheaper to keep her. Women now are actually getting married and becoming lazy and entitled and egregious because they have learned through the system their husbands can't actually leave them. And that is the most disgusting, vile fucking thing I think I've ever come to terms with. I can honestly sit here and say I know a handful of men that are married to be married because they love their wives, because they actually take care of them. But the amount of men I know personally that are married just so they don't lose everything in a divorce is astronomical. And that these women think they're so saved and they're loved and they're going to keep getting all this money, and you don't even care about the man that you're mentally abusing who doesn't want to be with you, and you're proud of it. But men are the problem. Pick the man or the bear, pick the bear. I choose men over you hoes, and I choose the bear over you.
Yup. We are mad. Women like me and this lady, we're mad. It is a woman's instinct to start to when somebody is coming after our family. We get real mad and real protective. And that's what's starting to happen. Women are starting to notice, like she is starting to notice, that this is not okay. These men have nobody to see them and empathize with them. And it's infuriating. So, if anything's going to turn it around, it's our voices. It's me. It's Rachel Wilson. It's Pearl. It's this lady. It's the Dadvocate. It's even Emily King. Even her. She's not as extreme as the rest of us. And I know there are more that I can't think of right now, but we have to do it. I'm going to do it as long as I'm able. I'll be laying down. Hello. Anyway, you guys, thanks for joining me on this one. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. Share this video on other platforms. Facebook, X, Instagram. Always forget Instagram. Share this video so that because people listen to women and they've got no defense against it, share it. Help us spread this message, because I really think it's the only thing that's going to change. And I understand that a lot of you guys are done, and I fully respect that. And I think that's a good attitude to have right now, but let us fight this fight while you guys go have peace in your cabins. Let us fight this fight. We started it. We started this mess. We have to clean it up. So, and we have to fight women like that. And I'm here for it. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'll battle her. Anyway, thank you guys. Protect your peace. Feed your souls. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one.